and let us all do we can to build a better future.
Let's get started with our first segment of the day. So, Daniel.
Yes. Words.
Yeah, words. Words about Biden and re-election in 2024. And once again, it
Are you talking about the thing, Jack?
Yeah, I'm talking about the thing, Jack. The Jack of all trades, Joe Biden.
That's not fair to Jack of all trades.
No, it's not. It truly isn't.
You have to know how to do a lot of things.
Well, here is the thing, Jack, that all of you can agree with. We have been saying this for a long time, that there have been clear health issues with Joe Biden.
And remember what everyone on TV said when he brought that up? Well, if you go far enough back in the election to the primary, they're like, yes, that's a good question. I'm glad we asked that at that debate that one time.
Yes.
But now if you ask it today, how dare you?
How dare you? So there's a segment for Fox News, and it's, again, I don't want to punish all of you for watching Fox News, right? But we're going to have to sit through this because the truth is, Biden running again in 2024, it will be a sad sight. And what the
hobbling at best.
Hobbling at best. And the Democrats, because they lack innovation, because they lack any imagination or any kind of backbone whatsoever, are going to go with the usual suspects of potential successors. They're going with Kamala Harris, who got 0 delegates.
Yes.
And was destroyed by Tulsi Gabbard. I'm sorry, vote blue no matter who, but this is a fact. Tulsi demolished Kamala, all right? Then there's Pete Buttigieg in his wine cave with the Skaven. I mean, I'm sorry.
With the CIA.
The CIA. Well, Skaven, CIA, what's the difference? You got Elizabeth Warren.
Took third in her own state.
I think she came. Yeah, she did came in third. Sorry. Yeah, thank you for the correction. I was going to say fourth place, but then again,
she's like, I'm going to stay in to hurt Bernie. What? I don't get anything.
Speaking of Bernie Sanders, and none other than everyone's most rational individual who comes up with her own original jokes, Amy Klobuchar. Don't believe me? Let's play this video from Case Study QB. Let's play it, folks.
Are going to run for re-election.
I said that is my expectation.
The president has every intention of running for re-election.
I'm a great respecter of fate. Fate has intervened in my life many, many times. If I'm in the health I'm in now, if I'm in good health, then in fact, I would run again.
I thought he was very transparent when he was talking like that, because that's the truth. President Biden and the White House say he will run for president as long as he's in good health, but who has a crystal ball? With his approval rating mired in the mid-30s now in recent polling, Democrats are reportedly considering other options behind the scenes, probably behind his back. The Hill has ranked the top 5 Democrats.
The top 5.
Most
but look,
likely
hold on.
to
Can you
win
pause
the
here for a second?
nomination If
Look,
President Biden.
Here's their top 5. Starting with number 1, Kamala, who got 0 delegates.
So the person with the least votes is ahead.
Yeah, ahead.
And everyone, again, it's like, oh no, Joe Biden's at 30%, but that Kamala girl, she's at 60. No, she's doing worse.
No, she's doing worse than Biden, all right? Then you got Pete Buttigieg, whose app was absolutely disastrous. Then you've got Elizabeth Warren, who, again, undermined Bernie Sanders' campaign. And then you got Bernie Sanders, who not once but twice let the DNC screw him over. And you got Amy Klobuchar.
That's the thing I don't get. Even we would be like, if there's a list of that, it's obviously Bernie's first because he actually got the most delegates last time.
Yep.
I think, didn't Amy win her own state?
Yeah.
So that's okay. There's second. Then Elizabeth Warren tried. Pete Buttigieg attempted. Kamala didn't exist. So that order needs to be flipped around for my own appeasement.
Let's play the rest of that. Call me off guard. Let's play the rest of it.
Biden were not to run for re-election. Vice President Kamala Harris tops the list, followed by Pete Buttigieg, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, and Amy Klobuchar. Power panel now. Mercedes Schlapp, ACU Foundation Senior Fellow and former Trump White House Advisor for Strategic Communications.
Yeah,
David Carlucci, former
Hey, look,
New York
it's a selection
State
of
Democratic
people that
Senator.
used
Great
to work
see
in
you both.
campaigns
So,
that
David,
want to
I'm
work
gonna
in
start with
campaigns
you.
again. I don't believe it.
It would have to pretty much be behind his back because we haven't heard the president say he's going to sit down. What is it like for discussions like this?
He does
I mean,
that
you're a strategist, so what's the strategy?
Down and shits in bed.
Well, I think right now, all eyes and effort have to be on the midterms. And the reality is that we don't have a crystal ball. You're right. We have a better chance of picking the winning Powerball numbers than to know who's going to be the next president of the United States if Biden is not the candidate. I mean, all we have to do is look at the last election when President Trump was a candidate. If we were 2 years before that, we would have no idea that Trump would have been the president of the United States. So the economic climate is changing more rapidly than ever before. The political environment is changing more rapidly than ever before. So I think it's very plausible that you will see someone that's not even on that top 5 really start to make it to the upper echelon if Biden is not the candidate.
Yeah, that's really answer.
Wait, I love the
you're
fact
trying
that
to cover
right
every
there,
base there. By the way, the economy
he's
just
basically
isn't
like,
on the move. It's plummeting.
it might be someone else.
Yeah.
Wow. Insight. This is what we pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars for.
Who else could it be? Honestly, you know what? I really hope, just for entertainment purposes, that Trump does run, and it'll be just like a repeat of the 2016 primary where he's just roasting them. Because you know what? Looking back at it now, I miss it. That was like gold. We will never see anything like that again.
Well, unless he runs again.
Unless he runs again.
Or someone else like him runs.
Yeah, again, that was great.
Or we have someone do that on the Democratic side.
Yeah, but you won't get that in the Democratic side. Why? Because you got the Clintons, the Obamas, the Kennedys, the Bidens.
I'd love to see someone roast their way into... yeah, something.
That would be great. Let's play the rest of this.
Plummeting, but we'll move on. Mercedes.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, I think you see that a growing number of Democrats would prefer that Joe Biden not run again. But the reality is, Harris, you know who's in charge of the Democrat Party, and I'm curious to see what David would say. But it's Barack Obama, and he will be the one who I think would make very strong recommendations to Joe Biden whether to run or not to run. What we got to be watching for is obviously not only what happens after the midterm elections, which of course we're seeing it move towards a big red wave. Will Joe Biden adjust his strategy? He cannot continue aligning himself and being advised by the progressives. It's really hurting him, hurting his brand, hurting his policies. He will need to adopt
say the talking points, even if they're not. You're looking at them and yelling at them like they're an actual news company, not
with
pundits.
the independent voters. And I think, Harris, that's what we're going to have to watch for, is where Joe Biden shifts towards, whether it's the progressives or more to the moderate, to determine whether he can run again and improve his poll numbers.
Those are great points, and I would just push back in this way. There's no way he can become Bill Clinton. He doesn't feel anybody's pain. He needs to be saying that he feels Americans' pain at the pump now, and needs to have been saying it since last fall.
All right, let's pause it here. Let's stop.
No, like it's like Fox News is like, he needs to be saying he feels Americans' pain. In another universe for Joe Biden's like, I feel your pain. He's not doing anything. He's just talking about feeling Americans' pain.
Okay, so because I don't want to subjugate anyone else to the horrifying power panel from Fox News, but right off the bat, Biden's brand has been centrist and conservative and traditional Democrat, aligning himself with the GOP. Advice from the progressives? No. He never took any advice. He backstabbed progressives. He lied to progressives. Vote blue no matter who, was browbeating everyone that, oh, you got to vote for Biden because we got to get rid of the orange boogeyman. But, oh, no, hey, David Sirota and everyone else, TYT, Majority Report. Turns out the Biden-Harris administration are still implementing all of Donald Trump's domestic and foreign policies. So there you go. Nothing has fundamentally changed. So this whole idea that somehow, even if Biden doesn't run, the Democrats have, this whole other roster, which I have to say, that same roster all said that Biden can effectively lead the country. But, there's a recession. Not a recession. It's leading to a depression. Inflation. People being evicted from their homes and apartments.
We're
literally
running into stagnation.
Dare I say it, man. Not only are we running into it, we got a president that's willfully leading us into it. So I want to change the mood here real quick.
Okay, mood lights. Oh, wait,
So
never mind. Didn't get those installed in time.
So I want to pull up this tweet here as well. So this is from Rome. He's part of Revolutionary Blackout Network. And I thought this tweet was perfectly especially in response to these 5 Democrats that are potentially could run in 2024. That's including Bernie, who not once but twice allowed himself to get screwed over. Yes, people are dying and starving to death under Biden, but if you want to stop this, we have to re-elect Biden. That's from a shit lib. And that is true, because that's what you're hearing from these shit libs. Here's a sad fact. You have the Democrats who could have codified Roe v. Wade. The Democrats could have done something about Medicare for all. The Democrats could have done a lot of this. And for the most part, anyone that's trying to defend the Democratic Party is saying, the Democrats are just being stupid, or they're not being smart with their plans. We really hold their feet to the fire. They know what they're doing. These lawmakers know what they're doing. And they're following the marching orders from the two-party system. So you want to have proper rage? Let's channel in Jimmy Dore in here for a second. Because this is something that, again, I have to say, we're only just play a few short minutes of this video, but I think the rage that's coming from Jimmy is something that we're all feeling. Because I'm done with compromising. I'm done with being pragmatic. I'm done with playing by this rules of somehow we just got to keep our powder dry. And then maybe AOC and the squad will get Nancy to put Medicare for all on the floor for a vote. Maybe. Just keep the powder. Daniel, keep the powder dry. Faze, keep the powder dry. Everyone watching, Miguel, you still got your homework assignment? Keep the powder dry. But no more. Let's play this video.
People are dying, Ben. Quit giving politicians the benefit of the fucking doubt.
We are the terrorists. That's what people don't understand. The terrorists are us. We are the terrorists. We set the Middle East on fire with illegal war after illegal. Why are the Muslims? So this is what I would say when people were upset about Trump putting the Muslim ban. And so people got in their Ubers and they went to the airport to protest the Muslim ban. And I go, do you know why there's Muslims at the fucking airport? Because Barack Obama just bombed the shit out of them for 8 fucking years. Yeah. And nobody gave a shit about that. But as soon as Trump came in, you got mad at the symptom. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. The problem isn't that they're banned at the airport, you fucking lazy assholes. The problem is that we've been bombing the fuck out of their countries at the behest of the fucking military-industrial complex for 40 straight fucking years. Are you out of your fucking mind? I'm the problem? Fuck you. As soon as we got a pimple, they started screaming. But they're never going to scream at the bag of potato chips that they've been eating for fucking 8 years. Get the fuck out of here. 100 million people don't vote. Do you think they're rich? Those people who don't vote are poor because they've been beaten with a left fist and a right fist for their entire fucking life.
Your enemy isn't a fucking another guy who's broke dick living in a fucking trailer. That's not your fucking enemy.
Your anger should be at the powerful, not the 100 million people who don't vote because their lives are so horrible anyway.
Every fucking one of them is selling you out and canceling you for their own personal gain.
What we should be doing is pressuring the establishment and telling those motherfuckers on MSNBC and CNN that the fucking problem didn't start with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a symptom of the fucking problem. You guys are the fucking problem for selling me every fucking war and telling me Medicare for all doesn't work. They're the fucking problem. I'm the problem? Fuck you. You're the corrupt cocksuckers who get paid millions of dollars to lie to the people who turn to you for truth. So, fuck you. They are there to manufacture consent, and that is what they've fucking done. Everybody thinks it's okay we don't have fucking healthcare.
All right, so again, you can watch the full video again. I didn't put that compilation together. I
really think, now the more that I think about it, Jimmy Dore should definitely run in the Republican primary.
You know what, Jimmy? If you ever consider running, talk to your friends here at Harlan's Media, Chicago Corner. Chicago will look after you. We got you back. All right, it'll be a hell of a ride, but we'll ride with you. So there we go.
I really think, it's like, I don't know how far he'd be able to get. I think farther than a lot of people expect. But if Jimmy literally ran, I think, because it's like, if you want to go with fairness, you have to run in the Republican primary. Sure as hell can't run in the Democratic primary if you want fairness to exist.
Yeah,
and I think they're more ready for his message.
I think here's the thing, because again, what's really depressing is the Republican primary is more Democratic than the Democratic primary.
That's the only reason
Republicans don't have superdelegates. So, hey, if you're a Republican voter, take pride in knowing that your neoliberal party, yes, the Republicans are neoliberals too, but they're more democratic. They don't have superdelegates.
And imagine just like that debate, like Trump versus Jimmy. Jimmy would win. Like none of the others would know what to do.
Oh, it'll be great. Jimmy. I don't want to force you to tell you what to. No, I won't force a vote. But I will do a democracy
here.
We're
going to force the vote. We're going to force the vote on this.
We're going to do democracy in the chat.
Just to run, just to see what would happen. Yes, I would love to see a comedian.
We're going to do democracy in the chat. We're going to do democracy in the chat. I have to get that. Here we go. Thank you, Faith. Sorry. I said it a few times. But, hey, folks, would you be on board for a Jimmy Dore 2024? Type 1 if, hell yeah, you would be. Type 2 would be like, no, I'm going to vote Democrat or Republican because they never let me down.
Just a giant wrench for that machine.
There you go. All right. So I just want to pull up this article here because this article basically says the same thing. They're put in the same order for Pete Buttigieg. No, first starts off with Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, Warren.
Yeah, like they're not even trying. It's like what? Here's the thing. Even if you you can even make the argument. I understand the argument, even though it's not the right argument that they could be making, which is Kamala's vice president. That's why she's first. Why is Pete even on the list? Like, Who talks about Pete?
Because he's a robot clone of Obama.
Is he even?
Sabby put together a compilation video of Obama and Pete Buttigieg speaking, and they're sounding identical.
But he's a mimic. That doesn't mean he's a clone of Obama. That's even worse. It means he doesn't have any original ideas. He's just like, do the talking points. Yeah. I am the talking points.
Fair enough. All right, so let's end this story on a high note. Jimmy, you were right about all these jag-off politicians. You were right about the Democratic Party. You run 2024. We got your back. That being said, we're going to move on now to our next story.
I love that we're just here in Chicago. Like, yeah, Jimmy should run. We'll just help out on the side. Jimmy, you got this. Go. You got this.